everyone, Josh here with Exodus, bringing you guys and gals some more Order and Chaos Guardians, and today we're going to be going over the latest event, the third different event we've ever had here in the game. It is called the Dragon Awakening. Now, we do have some other videos that I do have planned here. I would say hopefully some point today, tomorrow at the latest, where we'll be discussing the servers that are going to be opening back up again soon. We'll have a date and time on that. Actually, I'm not sure about the time itself, but we do have a date, roughly at least, when that will be happening. So if you've been trying to get into the game and you have not been able to play yet, hopefully you'll be able to get in around that time. Still no news on global launch yet. We also made some significant progress here on our free-to-play account for the past couple weeks, so we're going to talk about that as well. But today, let's talk about the latest event, Dragon Awakening. Now, we are on the third day of the event. So far, just to quickly recap, for those of you who have not even been able to play the game yet at all, we've had a double rate-up event when we first started, and then we had back-to-back dice events, which is one of the best events the game has ever had, still, even with this event here, for free-to-plays, and really just overall. This event, though, this is a very mixed bag event for me, because it has... If you've ever followed sports and you've heard some of your athletes have been drafted or recruited or signed or whatever, you'll hear some of these terms like high floor, high ceiling, low ceiling, basically gauging their potential range from low to high. In this game, for this particular event, the way the game is in current state in early access, I'd say this event has a high ceiling but a very low floor. It's very ranged, because if you're a free-to-play, you're not going to get all that much value out of this event overall in the 7 days that it's here. But if you are a whale, you're going to be able to make bank on this event. Like, this might be the best event in the game right now if you're a whale, because of the high-end resource value that you're going to be able to obtain from the Elf Treasury, which is the event shop for this event. And we're going to get into all that in a moment. But if you are free to play with the current state of the game and the way that they kind of formatted this event, you're kind of just screwed. And we're going to get into why. So this is one of those events that is very, very good, but very, very bad if you don't spend money. So in other words, it's a very pay to win event. But it could be fixed with some, some subtle changes for, the future. And hopefully by global launch, they can make this event actually very, very good overall. So let's talk about what you actually have to do for this event. So this is the Dragon Awakening missions. These are the missions that you can do. You can complete the first one 40 times, second one 20, third one 20, fourth one 20, for a total of, I believe, 1,000 crowns that you can get overall, somewhere around there. And those crowns are what you're going to be using to purchase the stuff from the event shop. You can also obtain these crowns from AFK rewards when you're doing your idle reward claims every single day, but you don't get all that much, so you're not going to really be getting much value from the AFK rewards. That's one thing that they could also increase. They can increase how many crowns you get from the actual AFK rewards by quite a bit. Like, I'm at chapter 25 in the game, and I'm VIP 6, free to play. If I can complete the next Guardian program missions, I'll be VIP 7, but it's still not going to give me all that big of a bump. And there's 15 VIP levels in the game right now, so if you're spending, you're obviously going to be higher than that. But even then, I've seen some of the whales even complain, you're not getting many crowns from the actual AFK rewards. So that right now is just going to be something that they're just going to have to increase across the board for everyone. So that's one thing. Now, purchasing any 2 items in the trade guild is going to be extremely tough, because let's look at the trade guild for a moment. It is expensive. So your best bet is use 90 gems every single day to get your 24-hour gold. But where I'm at story right now, it cost me 4.5 million gold to get 1,000 holy grails, 4.3 million just get one piece of legendary equipment, or I can use 1,440 gems to get one. These are completely all scams. These are garbage. Just avoid all of that. The holy grails I would try to buy, but upgrading my runes is very important right now, and those cost a lot of gold. So I don't even really buy holy grails from the shop anymore at this point. Now I'm on chapter 25 of story, in case some of you guys were wondering, but we'll talk about that in our progress update video. Sanctuary Guild, you can also buy stuff from here. again, this is going to take some time. This is also from the 3v3 arena. I've already purchased one thing from here, as you can see, Ihorina, and I'm working slowly on getting my next purchase already, which will probably be Ruchi, because I'm trying to get her up to mythical. Maybe even a Nicole or Ella. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how we are when we get to that point. Then you have the guild store, your runes. Okay, you can buy some runes from here. You know, those will count as your trades as well. You will eventually need to start buying the runestone shards, the splendid ones, over and over and over again to use those as EXP when the dice event isn't around and you're not able to keep climbing tower. That might be your way there to buy some or get some trade exchanges, I guess, but it's still gonna be pretty pricey and you're not gonna be able to spam that for too long. Blessing Guild, you get these currencies by by dismantling all your low tier units that you just don't want. Obviously, you'll be able to get points for that. You're not gonna be able to spam this either unless you can do tons and tons and tons and tons of summons during these events. Overlord, obviously this is a dragon event. You could probably get a few trades here, every couple weeks to a month, give or take. But is that gonna fall in line with the time frame of one of the events here? That's gonna depend. And then Icebound Guild, obviously you can utilize this maybe once or twice a month. But again, is that also going to fall in line with the time period for when the event's around? Because you don't want to sit here and just hoard all your resources until the event pops up, because then you're going to be setting yourself back lots and lots of progress. And since this game does offer AFK rewards, item rewards, and a lot of rewards are coming from from your progress and pushing, you need to push content. So you can't just sit there and wait, because then you're just kind of bottlenecking yourself and crippling yourself and halting your own progress just for the sake of maybe getting a little bit more out of an event. It's just not worth it, right? So anyways, back to these missions here. You can see there that purchasing any 2 items in the trade guild is not going to be easy. Getting that off, doing that 40 times. Because remember, you get to claim the reward 20 times, but you have to do it twice each. So that's going to be 40 times you have to make a purchase in the trade shop within 1 week. That's going to be very difficult to do. And if you notice, all the rewards that we get from these are only 10 crowns. Like I said, you're going to get about 1,000 crowns in total if you're able to clear all these. Now, the currency in early access, where we're limited on players, it's going to be hard to get all the friend points to even get those completed. So that's another issue. But again, even if we were able to complete everything, which we can't right now in the current state of the game, not in early access, maybe in global we will be able to, it's only like 1,000 crowns. That is not going to do you much, and we're going to show you why that is now. So you saw the daily login rewards. You get 80 crowns, 60, 60, 80, 60, 60, 100. That's not very many crowns combined. You're going to get 1,000 if you're able to clear all these, which in early access you will not. Global, maybe you will. And then that's just talking about, you're able to get those from the AFK, which we've already talked about. Now, this is the bread and butter of the event. Now, when you first see this shop, you're only going to see the bottom 4 options because that's the level 1 shop. At level 2, you get to see the top 4 options and the bottom 4. So you're going to have 8 in total. Now, at level 3 and beyond, I have no idea because I'm not going to be able to reach it as a free-to-play. There's no way. So you basically level up your shop by making purchases with your crowns equal to the amount of crowns required for the level up, which is 1,000 and then 1,000 again. I don't know if it goes up or if it just stays at 1,000 all the way. But 200 crowns to get 1,000 diamonds is the only option at level 1 worth even doing. You want to do that 5 times as long as nothing changes, because all that dragon crap is just that. It's crap. The Splendid Dragon Eggs, you're not going to need Splendid Dragon Eggs ever again. You're going to get one good Splendid Dragon build up at some point, and then you're going to want epics or better from there on out. You're not going to want any more Splendid Dragons. I have so many Splendid Dragons sitting in my, in my box for all my dragons. Can't do anything with any of them. They're just sitting there. They're useless. Original Blood. You're going to need hundreds of those to make any kind of increase. When you go to hatch your dragon, you're going to need hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And I am not exaggerating. You need several hundreds, if not thousands, of Original Bloods. You're not going to get very much value from that if you're spending 400 crowns to do that in an event where you're going to be very limited on crowns that you're going to be able to obtain free. Dragon Scales Chest. biggest scam in this shop because those only give you like 5,000 EXP. I'm telling you right now, guys and gals, from experience, I'm sitting on like $1.5 million, maybe 2 million EXP right now. And I have like 2-3 dragons level 40 epics, and then even one legendary at 20. And I still have all that much EXP because I can't use it. Because you get to a point where you're going to start stockpiling lots of dragon EXP that you can't even use because your dragon intake from how many dragons you're going to obtain is going to get lower and lower and lower the further you get in the game, because you're not going to be getting them as often. So again, the diamonds is probably the way to go. There is an item preview here. Oh, I guess we can look actually all the way up to level 5. So you see here, level 1, those are the first 4. Only the diamonds there are worthwhile. Level 2, the Holy Grails, the gold, and the adventure notes are all solid. Super solid. Level 3. Okay. So, we got epic. So, actually, level 3 is a scam. Level 3 is actually terrible. Boiling Blood, again, you're going to need hundreds of them. Dragon Soul Scroll, hundreds of them. Dragon Scales Chest, again, that's just a Dragon EXP garbage. And then the Epic Dragon Eggs, these piece of craps right here are the biggest scam of them all because it says you can obtain an epic all-element dragon, but guess what? You don't, because these cost 4,000 in the dragon shop right now, and I bought 4 of them the last time I was able to clear out the shop. All 4 of them went splendid, and a lot of people are complaining that they're getting splendids from these as well, when they clearly state you're supposed to get an epic dragon egg or better. A lot of people were hoping to get epics or legendaries, and instead we got a whole bunch of splendids. False advertising, I hope we get compensated for that, because that is actually trash. It's even literally called an epic dragon egg. Why is it going into splendid? Scam. Avoid this at all costs right now until they make a change, fix it, or something, because that is not cool. I'm still actually pretty upset about that if you couldn't tell. So, level 3 is actually kind of garbage. Level 2 is amazing. But again, how are you going to get the crowns to be able to take advantage of that? Because, you know, you're going to get 1,000 if you are able to clear all the missions. You're going to get a few hundred maybe from AFK rewards for the total of 7 days if you're far into the game. And, you know, a few hundred more maybe from the login rewards, and that's it. That is it. Then you're done. You're capped off. That's all you get for the entirety of the event. If you want anything additional, you gotta swipe the credit card. Level 4 is even crazier. So we get 24-hour gold, 24-hour Holy Grails, and 24-hour adventure notes. That is broken. The adventure notes alone is broken because that is a lot of leveling up. That is actually insane. And again, this is just going to allow the whales to go in and just widen the gap even further than they already have, because they're going to be able to take advantage of that, because they're going to be able to go out and buy the packs that actually have crowns in them, where we cannot. We're limited. We're capped pretty hard because we're not getting that many. Now, I'm not saying that we should be in equal playing fields with events ever with whales and even casual spenders. We shouldn't. Free-to-play should never be on equal footing in those regards. However, we should get more reasonable, rewards to be able to make more out of the event itself. Like, the event should at least be useful and help us progress. And right now, the way that they capped everything, it's not reasonable at all. They definitely need to up those numbers quite a bit. Level 5. Okay, so level 5's not good either, outside of one thing. The legendary dragon egg. Now, keep in mind, this could also be a scam, and it could say you're supposed to get a legendary or better, but it might just give you a bunch of epics. Which, okay, I guess, but if that's the case, I'm sure a lot of people would be pretty upset. They spent a lot of money to get to level 5 to only be getting epic dragons when they probably already have epic dragons already fully built, because at that point they're spending quite a bit of money in the game. So that is how the shop works. We've talked a lot about everything else, the good and the bad. Like I said, the event has high potential if they're able to kind of make it more reasonable for everybody. I'm not saying give the free-to-plays everything. You know, we shouldn't be able to get to level 4 or 5 in the shop, but getting to at least level 2 and being able to make all these purchases, you know, all 5 of these I'm sorry, 5 purchases of all 3 of these resources, that to me is extremely reasonable. That would be great. That'd make the event so much better and more valuable. And it would put it on par, if not maybe even some players, even better than a dice event, which is by far very, very high value for everyone. Now, there's also this bar over here, which is a 1:10 ratio for crowns you've spent. So if you spend 1,000 crowns, you get 100 of these little orbs or crystals or whatever they're called, that you can use to claim these rewards. Now, there's a good item down all the way down here, and that's a Genesis Dragon Egg. And again, that's if it's not another scam where, oh, it says Genesis, but it'll just be legendary. But hey, I'd still rather have a legendary or better, right? But I don't know if I'd want that to happen if I had to spend 22,000 crowns, because that's how much that would cost. 22,000 crowns to get that Genesis egg. It better go freaking Genesis at that point. You also get a legendary one at 900, and that's it. The rest of these rewards are crap. Because again, these items that are, built to help you get better grade skills and better grade for the actual dragons themselves, you need hundreds of them, of all of them, if you want to do anything significant with increasing the chances. As a matter of fact, I think that's where we're going to end that, because I think we've pretty much discussed everything there is about that event for the most part. Let me know what you guys and gals think in the comment section below. Again, I think the event has very high potential. It's very high ceiling, low floor, because the way it's been introduced. I feel if they make some tweaks to the amount of currency we actually get as a free-to-play, it'd make the event a lot better. Like I said, allow me to at least be able to purchase all those resources on level 2. At least allow me to do that. And then I think we have ourselves a really solid event that's going to be good for everyone. Because right now, this event's only going to be really good for people who spend a lot of money. Everyone else we're pretty much capped, and we're not going to be able to make too much out of it. We're not going to really be able to get much progress out of this event, if any progress at all. We're going to get maybe a couple multis, maybe be able to buy one of those resources one time, and that's it. And then we're done for the entire 7 days of the event. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys and gals think. Again, that's going to be it for me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tick notifications, join us in the Discord description below, as always. And, of course, follow us on Twitter or X at Axis Media. Until next time, as always, peace.